Hey there, amazing viewers. If you've been struggling with rising costs and wondering when help might arrive, I've got incredible news that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. The IRS has just announced a game-changing stimulus payment of up to $3,300 for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI beneficiaries. Before we dive deep into this life-changing update, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on crucial financial news that could benefit you and your loved ones. You might be wondering, is this really happening? Am I eligible? When will I get my payment? Don't worry, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this massive financial boost that could help millions of Americans. This isn't just another rumor or clickbait, this is legitimate information straight from the IRS. And I'll show you exactly how to verify if you qualify and what steps you need to take to ensure you receive your payment. Let's start with the basics of this groundbreaking announcement. The IRS has recognized the continuing financial hardship faced by Social Security, SSI, and SSDI beneficiaries, especially with inflation affecting everyday expenses. This new stimulus payment is specifically designed to provide relief to these vulnerable populations who often live on fixed incomes. But here's what makes this different from previous stimulus payments: the amount is significantly larger, and the distribution process has been streamlined to ensure faster delivery to those who need it most. Now, you might be thinking, what makes me eligible for this payment? The qualification criteria are actually quite straightforward, but there are some important details you need to know. First and foremost, you must be a current recipient of Social Security retirement benefits, supplemental security income, SSI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI. The IRS has worked closely with the Social Security Administration to identify eligible recipients, which means if you're already in the system, much of the hard work has been done for you. But here's where it gets interesting: the payment amount isn't the same for everyone. The $3,300 maximum payment will be adjusted based on several factors, including your current benefit amount, household size, and whether you've received certain other federal benefits in the past year. Don't worry if this sounds complicated, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to determine your expected payment amount. One of the most frequent questions I've been getting is, when will these payments start arriving? The IRS has announced a rolling distribution schedule that begins next month and continues through the following quarter. They're using a systematic approach based on the last 4 digits of recipients' Social Security numbers to ensure an orderly and efficient distribution process. I'll share the complete schedule so you can mark your calendar for when to expect your payment. Here's something crucial that many people don't realize: even if you're automatically eligible, there might be some actions you need to take to ensure you receive the full amount you're entitled to. The IRS has set up a special portal for beneficiaries to verify their information and, if necessary, provide additional details that could affect their payment amount. I'll show you exactly how to access this portal and what information you'll need to have ready. Let's talk about how this payment differs from previous stimulus efforts. Unlike earlier payments that were sent to a broader population, this one is specifically targeted to help those who rely on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI. The amount is larger because the government recognizes that these individuals often face higher healthcare costs and have been disproportionately affected by recent economic challenges. But here's the catch: you need to ensure your information is up to date to avoid any delays in receiving your payment. You might be wondering about the tax implications of this stimulus payment. Good news: like previous stimulus payments, this one is not considered taxable income. However, there are some important considerations regarding how this payment might affect other benefits you receive. I'll explain exactly what you need to know to protect your existing benefits while making the most of this new payment. For those of you who have family members who receive Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits, you'll want to pay special attention to this next part. There are specific provisions for representative payees and how they should handle these payments. The rules are slightly different from previous stimulus payments, and understanding these changes is crucial for both recipients and their designated representatives. Now, let's address a common concern: what if you don't receive your payment when expected? The IRS has established a dedicated hotline and resolution process for addressing payment issues. I'll provide you with all the contact information and step-by-step instructions on what to do if you encounter any problems with your payment. Remember, being prepared with the right information can save you hours of frustration later. Speaking of being prepared, let's discuss some smart ways to use this stimulus payment. While everyone's financial situation is different, I'll share some strategies for maximizing the impact of these funds, whether it's catching up on bills, building an emergency fund, or addressing essential needs you've had to postpone. The key is to have a plan before the money arrives. Here's something important that many people overlook: there are additional resources and programs that can be combined with this stimulus payment to provide even more financial support. I'll share information about complementary programs and benefits that you might be eligible for, potentially increasing your total assistance beyond the $3,300 stimulus payment. For those of you wondering about direct deposit versus paper checks, the IRS will use the same payment method they use for your regular benefits. However, there is a window of opportunity to update your payment preferences if you want to change how you receive this stimulus payment. I'll explain the process and deadlines for making any changes to your payment delivery method. Let's also discuss some common scams that have already started appearing related to these payments. Fraudsters often target benefit recipients, especially during major payment distributions like this. I'll share essential tips on how to protect yourself from scams and what to do if you suspect fraudulent activity related to your stimulus payment. One aspect that's particularly important for SSI recipients is how this payment affects resource limits. The IRS and Social Security Administration have provided specific guidance on this issue, and I'll explain exactly how long you have to spend these funds before they might impact your eligibility for other benefits. For SSDI recipients, there are some special considerations regarding how this payment interacts with other disability-related benefits and programs. Understanding these interactions is crucial for maintaining your benefits while making the most of this stimulus payment. I'll break down everything you need to know to protect your interests. Many of you have asked about advocacy efforts and potential future support payments. While this $3,300 stimulus payment is significant, various organizations and lawmakers are already discussing additional support measures. I'll share information about ongoing efforts and how you can stay informed about potential future assistance programs. Here's something practical that can help you right now. I've created a downloadable checklist that walks you through everything you need to do to prepare for this payment. You can find the link in the description below. This checklist will help ensure you don't miss any important steps in securing your payment. Let's also address some myths and misconceptions that have been circulating about these payments. Social media can be full of misinformation, so it's important to know what's true and what's not. I'll debunk some common myths and provide you with reliable sources for accurate information about these stimulus payments. For those of you who help manage finances for elderly or disabled family members, I'll explain your role in this process and what responsibilities you might have in helping your loved ones receive and manage these payments. Understanding these obligations is crucial for both legal compliance and ensuring your family members get the full benefit of this assistance. Here's an important point about timing. While the payments are rolling out over several months, there are certain actions you can take now to ensure you're at the front of the line when distributions begin. I'll share these proactive steps and explain how they can help you avoid delays in receiving your payment. Let's talk about record-keeping requirements. While this payment isn't taxable, it's still important to maintain certain records related to the payment. I'll explain what documentation you should keep and why it might be important for future reference or benefit determinations. For those of you who've recently started receiving Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits, there are some special considerations regarding your eligibility for this stimulus payment. I'll explain how recent beneficiaries are handled and what additional steps you might need to take to ensure you receive your payment. We should also discuss how this payment affects household budgeting. While $3,300 is a significant amount, it's important to plan its use carefully. I'll share some budgeting strategies and tips for making the most of these funds while considering your long-term financial security. Remember, staying informed is crucial as this payment program rolls out. I'll be updating this channel with any new developments or changes to the program, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Your financial well-being is important, and I'm committed to helping you navigate these opportunities for support. As we wrap up this comprehensive overview of the new $3,300 stimulus payments, let me remind you that your situation is unique, and while this information is generally applicable, you might have specific questions about your case. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to address them in future videos. Don't forget to like this video and share it with anyone you know who receives Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits. This information could make a significant difference in their financial situation, and sharing is caring. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more updates and financial insights to help you thrive.